Hey everyone, Michael here. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys some really crucial trading techniques. That way you guys can turn yourself into some really solid day traders. This technique is meant to teach you guys when to trade and when not to trade. That way you guys aren't getting faked out. I see a lot of times that you guys are getting faked out by a lot of signals that you guys should not be following. This helps mitigate all of those false signals to make sure you guys are doing the right thing and you guys are trading with about 80 to 90% accuracy. Now, today's video was sponsored by Chart Prime. They have an amazing premium setup for you guys that gives you clear buy and sell signals that makes trading a lot easier and teaches you guys where to find the trends so you guys don't have to do the work. The algorithm will do all the work for you guys, and then you guys just have to make sure to add your own sense of common sense and back testing onto it to make sure you guys can make consistent profits with or without. Now, today we're going to be doing this on Bitcoin, but you guys can do this on Forex, pairs, or stocks, especially if you guys like to trade options. This is going to be a good day trading strategy for you. Now, the first thing we're adding onto our charts today is going to be the Smart Money Concepts bundle. This is a premium indicator. You guys don't have to pay for it, but I highly encourage that you guys check it out. If you guys want the free version, simply go over here to Indicators, Metrics, and Strategies and just type in Smart Money Concepts bundle or Smart Money Concepts, and you're going to find a couple free opportunities for you guys there as well, okay? Next, we're going to be adding the Super Trend. This is a little bit noisy at first when you first set this up onto your charts, so I want to make sure that you guys set this up properly. The ATR period is going to be 50, and the ATR multiplier is going to be 5.1, okay? What this does is it cleans up a lot of the noise and it makes you more confident about the overall trend of the market. Now, there is one caveat here. You will see a sell signal right here. We had a banking crisis. There are times when the market goes berserk because there's a real world event that drives everybody nuts. This is not going to be 100% accurate because crises are not easy to predict, right? Now, afterwards, what you guys are going to do is go over here and you're going to add one last one. It's called Divergence for Many Indicators version 4. Again, just type it right here in Indicators, Metrics, and Strategies, and it's going to pop up. Now, this to me has always been very messy. So here's what I'd recommend you guys do. I don't think you guys need to see all of these divergences. The ones that you guys mostly will use because you guys have used this in the past and you guys have a better understanding of them would be the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastic indicators. So what I would do is I would uncheck these boxes. I would uncheck the divergence number, the divergence lines, MACD histogram, CCI, momentum, OBV, VW MACD, Chalkin money flow, and money flow index. I would turn all those off, and so all you're going to see are the divergences that relate to the MACD, the RSI, and the stochastic indicators, okay? Now, when it comes to the divergence type, I want you guys to have regular and hidden chosen, okay? And for the pivot period, 5, source for pivots, close, everything else is going to be exactly there, okay? If you guys want to have filtered results, you guys can always set this to 2 or 3, so you guys only see them if there's actually 3. But because we filtered out so many of the other ones out of here, usually I would say 1 is more than enough, okay? Now, let's talk about what each of these things does here. Realistically, the change of characters are usually just generic buying signs that are showing a change in the overall characteristics of the chart. So this means that the pattern has been changed. We're no longer in a downtrend and we're now making some good moves. This is usually a good opportunity to start buying if you guys want to. You can see right here, if you were to short within these daily candles, you were doing, go long into these daily candles, you were looking very strong. If you were to short in these daily candles, remember day trading into these candles, you're looking very good. Same with these ones over here, and we haven't had one just yet, especially with the settings I have here. I've tweaked the structure sensitivity personally for my liking. Now, that's it. Nice and easy, long and short signals there. What you're looking for as far as the super trend here is when you guys are using this on the 50-minute chart, which I'll show you guys here in a few seconds, this is going to make sure that you guys are not getting any false signals. So you guys want to see a change of character here, a green one if you're going along, on top of a buy signal here. So you want to see both of those things happening. And that's going to be a great way for you guys to figure out that I should be buying in here. Now, what these divergences really mean to you guys, most people think of them as reversal opportunities. I don't think of them as reversal opportunities at all. I would say for you guys that like to do shorts and that type of stuff, or longs, these are usually good scalar opportunities to make some consistent profits. So let's say this is just the daily chart. We'll go to the day trading here in a second. But let's say you guys went long right here, okay? You guys saw the buy signal and the change of character. Well, I would think about scaling out right there. Now, you could have scaled out here, even longer term, right? But this is always a great place because all you're trying to do is just make money. It depends on how long you hold, depends on how long you can make money in some circumstances, but not every time when you guys are trading will the price continue to go up. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you come back down and you want to make sure you took some profit up here before it starts to fall back down, okay? Now, let's go over here to the daily chart so I can show you guys what's going on. And that way, the 50-minute chart so I can show you guys what's going on. Now, you can see some divergences over here, divergences on the bottom side. And if you guys don't like the colors, there is one thing I think you guys can do. You guys can go over here to style and basically, oh, actually, bottom of inputs, right? Yeah, okay, sorry about that. At the bottom of inputs, you can see positive regular divergence. Just turn this green, turn negative regular divergence red, positive hidden divergence green, and over here again, negative hidden divergence red. Hit okay. That way, green is good, red is bad in case that really messes with your psyche. It does do that for me every now and again. But let's zoom out a little bit, right? So what do we have? I know you guys can't see it right here because we have a couple divergences, but you can see right here that the overall super trend is red. We have a change of character here. So you would actually enter a position right here. All right. Now, you would trade this down and you would find a level of support that you like. Now, zooming out, you guys could see that you guys have a support level right here. So you may start scaling out right here. Or if you want to go with the way of divergences, you guys could always hold a little bit longer and wait for that big first divergence after the big drop occurs. To me, what I'd recommend you guys do before you actually even go into the 15-minute chart, and this is up to your personal preference, is I would go to either the weekly chart or the daily chart. Turn everything off that you guys have on your charts, and this includes moving averages. I have the 20, 50, and 200, but you guys can always use whatever numbers you guys think work best for your strategy. And here's what I want you guys to do, okay? What I want you guys to do is simply add technical analysis and trend lines and support levels onto your charts. That way you guys have an idea of what's going on. Now, these do not have to be pretty. They just have to give you an idea of what's going on and what's relevant. So right now, you can see these two on the bottom. They're not relevant, but I'm going to leave it here just so I can show you guys something at the end, okay? You guys can see we had a trend line right there. That was a while ago. And we had one over here a while ago. And now we have a few more right there. Now, because I know how this works in hindsight, I can show you guys some stuff. But what I want you guys to understand is one thing before we actually go more in depth with the strategy. If I were to do something like this with a Fibonacci extension tool, high, low, right? You guys can see there's a high point right there, and we actually ran into that, and that was a pretty hard level of resistance, as well as the resistance from over here from back in time, okay? Sometimes you may not get this Fibonacci extension correct, and sometimes it may look something more like this, right? Where you have a line going right through it, and over a few days, you're seeing that level of resistance really just not exist. The price action is not honoring it at all. Nothing good is happening with it. If that's the case, you have to look for a proper one if you guys are looking to do some proper technical analysis. Now, for this one, I'm just going to make it easy on myself, and I'll do this one here, right? That works for this one over here. This works over here, and it works up here at the very tall. But because I think we're going to look at this a little bit more, what I'll end up doing is testing out another one, which again, isn't that crazy. It's just up here, high and low, and this one worked out better over here, okay? Now, let's go back over to that 15-minute chart and add all those things back on our chart. We're going to leave the moving averages out for now just to make it a little bit easier so we can see everything. But you guys can see now we have that sell signal right there. You guys take it. And you guys see that now we have a support level right over here, and we have a trend line over here as well. Well, why not scale it right here, take your profit, and if you guys are doing this responsibly, let's say you guys are trading, $1,000 at 5x leverage. That's not a crazy position. Well, if you were to scale out right here, you're walking away with a profit of about 4.5%. Let's round that down to make it more realistic for fees and stuff. So you got 4 times 5. You got 20% on $1,000, which is $200 profit in about 17 hours and 15 minutes. That's really solid day trading right there. If you guys feel like that's too long of a holding period, you guys can always increase your leverage and try to find that next level of support, but that's up to you guys about how your strategy works out. Now, let's kind of go back and forth and see what else is working here. Now, we have another one over here. You can see buy signal plus the green change of character. And now all of a sudden you buy up there, and now you got some really good profit going for you as well. Remember, if you guys do this, just have a simple Fibonacci extension level, and you're going to see right there, you hit a level of resistance. It's not difficult. You just have to be able to find those pivot points and then draw the lines, okay? Now, if you want to do this before you actually take the buy position, then what you're going to be doing is something more like this, right? And even then, you can see how the price honored these levels of resistance. It eventually broke out, but you can see those levels of scale out are there for you as well. Now, and if you wanted to, a scale up point right here, again, if you wanted to, or you could wait all the way over here for a scale up point. Usually you guys will most likely be out well before the sell signal occurs, but if not, you guys will still be able to lock in some profits. Going back in time a little bit more, a change of character with the sell signal, again, looking very good, and you're looking for an old support level. And this circumstance is behind my head, but there to there, and let me squeeze this back down for you, and you can see how easy that was. You don't have to make this too hard. And what actually helps you guys out a lot more is you guys can see that there was a buy signal right here, but we had a I'm gonna forget this now, a super trend that was red. This is a false signal, and it stopped you from taking that false signal. We had a change of character here while buy, and guess what? It did come back down a little bit, but we ended up having a profit there. It kept on going and going and going. That's how you guys want to see this. And eventually when we did start going back up here, we ran into that trend line. And therefore you guys could scale out right here and not have to worry about all this other nonsense that comes later. So you do this over and over and over again, and you guys are going to be more likely to make consistent profits. You have a change of character right here in the red. You wait for the buy signal to kick in. We're also at a level of support on top of that. That gives you more energy to be more aggressive, and you buy and you watch it go up right here. Scale up points if you want to take them. And then boom, you could scale right here at a resistance level, or you could see it comes back up here even higher. We're not always going to have those parabolic booms, so don't expect to see them all the time, okay? Unless there's a history of Bitcoin doing some really big stuff during that time frame, which now there was, but you can even see here. We didn't have that big parabolic boom through it here. You guys took the buying opportunity right there. It took a little bit of time, but even then, you guys made some profit. Not all profit is pretty profit, but profit is profit. And when you guys go spend that money wherever you guys want to spend it, you guys are going to be in a good place. Now, a change of character here and buy. This one didn't work out. And this is why I say 80 to 90% accurate. It went up a little bit higher here, a little bit higher here, and both of those were scalar opportunities, so you could have had an opportunity to lock in some profit. But let's be frank, we all want more money than that, so you guys might have actually lost money on this one, which is perfectly fine, but majority of the time, this is going to be making your profit. I don't want to make it sound like this is going to be a 100% accurate. No, 80 to 90%, and I think that's very, very good, okay? Now, change of character over here, went higher into the resistance level. And if you guys can see that resistance level there, maybe you guys don't think that's enough profit, especially if you guys aren't trading with leverage. Just understand that, hey, I don't have to trade this right now because we're in some type of consolidation zone. If you can see you're in a consolidation zone, you can actually use your common sense to not make that trade, okay? Now, keep on going back a little bit more. Let me see if I can find a change of character here on the red, sell signal right there, coming right back into support. It's just like that, okay? Don't make it more complicated than you have to. Make sure to back test this with any strategy that you guys want to, especially if you guys are doing short-term day trading or high leverage trading.